Hi, my name is Caroline Bashino. I just wanted you to be able to put a face to the voice that you may well be listening to over the next few weeks, hopefully. As I'm sure you're aware, already read, I'm a physiotherapist. I'm currently studying human nutrition at St Mary's University. I'm also specialising in adolescents because I have two of my own, and I've ended up treating quite a lot of adolescents over the last few years. And they often say to me, what should I be eating, what should I be drinking? And I didn't really know what to suggest. I didn't have that expertise, so I decided to go back to university and learn a bit more. So it's been fascinating, thoroughly enjoyed it. That's why I'm here today. So the email I've sent to you, I hope it's explained a little bit more about what this entails. I've attached two patient or participant information sheets, one for the parent and one for the child, which explains sort of each of your roles within this research. Also two consent forms, one for the adult parent and one for the child. Any questions, then please do email me back with any questions you have about that. Got my crib sheets, I'm going to just keep checking I've covered everything. I'm sure you can imagine this isn't how I imagined my presentation, my dissertation moving forward. I would have much preferred a face-to-face intervention that was more interactive, group-based, but with current climate that wasn't going to happen, and I've had to resort to a non-contact but a face-to-face intervention online. So hopefully that will work. We'll see as time moves forward. So basically, to clarify sort of what happens next. So you both need to, if you read the information sheets and you're happy to move forward, you just need to sign the consent forms, and the adult and the child one, and send them back to me. At that point, you're sort of a participant in the study. I will then send you a link to a questionnaire for the child to complete. Hopefully with no books or internet access or asking questions. So just there's no right or wrong answers really. It's just what you feel, what you're doing. I will have attached an ID code within the email when I send the link to the questionnaire. So you just need to use that when you're filling out the questionnaire. So that means that I don't know you by your name. You just get known as a number so that you're anonymous sort of throughout this. Once you've filled out the questionnaire, I then have to assign to either a control or an intervention group. Now, this always sort of feels like it doesn't appeal. Obviously, half of you will be in the control and half will be in the intervention. The control group will literally fill out the questionnaire, do nothing for 5 weeks, and then refill out the questionnaire in another 5 weeks. Whereas the intervention group will have some teaching material over those coming weeks, and then they'll fill out the questionnaire again at the end. I need to have the control because I need to prove that by not providing any education, you wouldn't improve naturally. I need to show that your scores almost stay static over time, so that hopefully the intervention group, by having some sort of teaching, they improve their knowledge and their habits. That's the theory of it. At the end of the study, the control group will get all of the material anyway. So all of the teaching, all the education, that will all go to the whole of the control group. So you won't miss out in the long run at all. So I hope that puts at ease if you think, well, I'm on the control, I'm not going to get anything. It just means you wait 5 weeks and then you get it all. With the intervention group, it's staggered, so it's not a great deal of work. Once you've done the questionnaire, I'll leave it a week, so you'll get sent the link. I'd like you to try and do that questionnaire within the week. Once it's completed, you'll then get the link to the first set of slides. I'll be covering topics on hydration. Then a week later, you'll get another talk on fueling for sport, covering more sort of carbohydrate-based information, followed by fueling for sport, covering more proteins. And then there'll be a final presentation on vitamins, minerals, and supplements. So there'll be 4 in total. They are going to last about 25 minutes each of the presentations. You can go back and watch them again. There's no limit to how many times you want to watch them. And then at the end, you'll go through the same questionnaire again. To make it a little bit more, hopefully to get more of a positive result, I'm also going to be putting in tiny bits of homework. So there'll be 2 little bits of homework. Within there, not lengthy. You don't even have to do them if you don't want to. It's just a way of sort of enhancing your learning a little bit more. I also want to include a link for the parents to a private Facebook group where I will attach poignant sort of information, sort of infographics maybe, snack recipe ideas, and also for you to share back. So if you've got any answers to the homeworks, you might pop it on there. If you've got any questions in general, it's just quite a nice communication channel. So hopefully you may be interested in using that. Again, if you don't want to use it, that's fine, but a link will be sent out for that. So I think I've covered everything. I think that's all you need to know. But again, obviously email me any questions. This obviously would have been my normal meet and greet in person with the group, where you would have been able to ask me questions straight away. So I'm sorry for the delay. You feel you have to listen to me and then write down your questions and email them to me and for me to reply back. It's not ideal, but again, thank you so much for responding and interest. Hope you find the talks interesting. The only thing to say is, obviously, the information that I'm providing is sort of the guidelines. I'm not allowed to stray off on any thoughts I might have, or latest research, which is a very small paper with not many people in it. It will be sort of what the International Olympic Committee say. It'll be what the American Academy of Sport say. So I have certain guidelines I have to stick to. So I hope that explains when you're listening and you think, oh, is that what I would think? I have gone from the guidelines. So as I said, email me any questions, and thanks again.